And we're going to isolate that first one, so we're going to subtract the square root of a over. So then that gives you the square root of 4a is equal to 5 minus the square root of a. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and square both sides. So on the left side, that's just going to give us a 4a. On the right, we have to FOIL. So you're going to have 5 minus the square root of a times 5 minus the square root of a. So that's going to give you 25 minus 5 square root of a minus another 5 square root of a minus a. Plus a, sorry, because they're two negatives. Right, and then we'll combine our middle two terms together. So you get 4a equals 25 minus 10 square root of a plus a. All right, so we still have a square root in our equation, which means now we want to get that 10 square root of a on one side by itself and do it again. All right, so we still have to get rid of this. So we need to now get that by itself. So we're going to move the 25 and the a over. Or, well, really, I would actually move the 4a over and then the 10 on the other side. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but... So, again, I'm going to move my 10 square root of a over to the left side. And then I'm going to subtract my 4a from both sides over here. So that will give me 10 square root of a equals 25 minus 3a. Right, because that canceled. That canceled. All right, is everybody with me so far? Kind of? Okay. All right, so then now we have to square both sides again to get rid of that square root of a. So we're going to square. Hold on, no pencil back. So we're going to put that in parentheses, square it, put that in parentheses, square it. So on the left, since we have that 10, we have to square it as well. So 10 squared is 100, and then the square root of a squared is just a. So we get 100a on the left, and then we have to FOIL on the right. You're just repeating the same process that we've been doing. Yeah. I only gave you 2 problems like this. Yeah. For a reason. Right. So then, again, we have to FOIL that. So I'm going to move that down a little just so I have some more room. So then 25 times 25 is 625. And then 25 times that is 75a minus another 75a plus 9a squared. Then we combine like terms. We want it equal to 0 so that we can do the quadratic formula. So that's 625 minus 150a. So then I'm going to subtract my 100a over. So then that gives us 625. All right, I'm going to kind of write it in the other order. So I have 9a squared, right, minus 250a plus 625 equals 0. So then for the quadratic formula, we have a is 9, b is negative 250, and c is 625. All right, I think I'm going to quadratic formula on another slide because if not, I'm not going to have any room. Yeah, so again, we're going to use the quadratic formula. Am I good to go to the next slide?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not even paying it, like, you don't even have to do this. So A was 9, B is negative 250, C is 625. So again, it's negative B plus or minus the square root. Still, I'm going to do it under here. Of B squared minus 4 times A times C over 2A. So 250 squared is 62,500. And then 4 times 9 times 625 is 22,500. So when you subtract those, you get 40,000. So then the square root of 40,000 is, I believe, 200. Yeah. So then you have 250 plus or minus 200 over 18. And then you can reduce that to get 25, and then 25 over 9 is the other one when you work that out and simplify.